Welcome to Jumpstart 20. Jumpstart 20 is a full-service government marketing program that will allow your company to expand your sales ability and market into hundreds of government agencies covering all levels of government throughout your state. All of this in about 30 to 45 days with a special emphasis on local level government. This would include all levels of government such as federal, non-DoD, state agencies, city governments, county governments, school districts, community colleges, universities, government-funded hospitals, as well as townships and boroughs if they apply to your state. So how does the Jumpstart 20 7-step program work? Well, no matter what you do in the world of government marketing, the first step is always getting yourself set up and becoming a registered vendor with the agencies that you wish to do business with. So, in starting with the first 2 steps of the program, we are first addressing the issue of your vendor registration. On your behalf, we implement our proprietary vendor registration request mailing process. In short, this process will cut through approximately 95% of the initial vendor registration paperwork. And when you are working with hundreds of government agencies, like we do in our program, this is a tremendous amount of paperwork that we are saving you from having to fill out individually, even though there will be some limited paperwork that you will be required to complete as needed. And in step 3, we will be providing you with a copy of the government procurement database for your state for all of the agencies that we have just sent the vendor registration paperwork to. And at a minimum, the database will include a purchasing or primary point of contact, the agency name, address, and phone number. Many state databases have further detailed information, but this is where you will begin your sales process for each agency. Step 4. Step 4 is vitally important. This is where you or your sales staff will be fully trained in government sales using our Advanced Government Sales Training Program. The sales training is provided using a self-paced multimedia sales training program and covers over 100 critical topics. This training program is extremely user-friendly and is simple to follow through each chapter. You will learn everything from government sales basics to the most advanced sales techniques available today for selling to the government. You will learn Mr. Wright's trade secrets, advanced bidding techniques, and the critical account management formulas that propelled him to become one of the top-ranked government salespeople in the United States prior to starting the foundations of this company in 1991. Mr. Wright will show you how to beat out the competition even when you are not the lowest priced bidder. He will also teach you how to correctly implement alternative bidding techniques and how to structure your bids for sister agency piggyback purchasing. Mr. Wright will even show you how you can legally bypass the bid process and how to even get paid faster by not making the common mistakes that 99% of the other businesses do. Then in step 5, once you have completed the Advanced Government Sales Training Program, we will then schedule you or your sales staff for a teleconference sales training session. This is where we will further expand into the advanced account management process that we have outlined in the sales training. As another critical element, if you will adapt our account management process, we can help save you or your sales staff approximately 75% of their physical time in just general account management alone. In short, we can show you how to do so much more but in less time. Plus, we can position you or your sales staff so that you know about all of the government business that has taken place within your accounts, regardless of whether the bids or contracts fall into the published or non-published category. And during the teleconference sales training, we will also have a brainstorming session to help make sure that you are working your accounts the best way possible based upon the specific type of product or service that you offer. And in step 6, we will be including a first bid consultation and review. And even though we do not do the bid for you, we will work with you to help make sure that the advanced bidding techniques that we have taught you are now created and put into your bid correctly to help make sure that you get proper credit for them. This will also allow you to use the bid as a template example to refer to for any future bids that you submit. This would include Mr. Wright's advanced bidding techniques, like the creation and use of positive escalator clauses, alternate bidding techniques, and piggyback structuring, and more. You'll be able to gain the confidence that when you submit your bids, that you have done all that you possibly can to increase your chances of being awarded that business. But that's not all. In Step 7, for 1 full year, we'll also be providing you with free telephone support to help make sure that as other account management questions come up, that we'll be just a phone call away to help answer your questions. I'm sure that by now you can see the value of Jumpstart 20 and that this is a very comprehensive government marketing program that will allow you to expand into all levels of government in a very short period of time with virtually no risk, especially considering that usually just 1 or 2 good bids can recoup the small marketing investment into this program. Not to mention that our program cost is only a fraction of what it would cost you to do this on your own completely from scratch, especially when we are talking about being able to work with hundreds of government agencies, sub-agencies, and departments. We have already completed most of the preliminary work for you. All we need to do is to get your company plugged into these government accounts and to make sure that your sales staff is fully trained. Without a doubt, this is the fastest, easiest, and most effective way to obtain more business. And in the world of economics today, companies must diversify to stay ahead of the competition, or in some cases to even stay in business. But all of this we can do for you while helping you cut through approximately 95% of the initial vendor registration paperwork, and we give you the government procurement and customer database. So don't wait, get started today. The government market is the largest purchasing block in the United States, so make it happen for you today.